Listen up, Philadelphia, because the tectonic plates under the NovaCare complex are shifting right now. This is not just another off-season Monday in the city of brotherly love. We are witnessing a calculated series of moves that will define the era of our team for the next decade. From the trenches of the practice squad to the high-stakes war room of the NFL draft, and all the way to the blockbuster trade calls that are lighting up Howie Roseman's phone. The stakes have never been higher, and the urgency is absolutely palpable. This is about survival.
The news just broke, and my sources are confirming a move that signals a massive shift in how we are handling the defensive rotation. The Philadelphia Eagles have officially signed defensive end Tyquan Graham to the active roster for the 2026 season. Now let us be clear about what is happening here. This is not just some depth chart filler or a random body to take up space during training camp. Graham was grinding on the practice squad, waiting for his moment, proving to the coaching staff that he belongs in the trenches on Sundays. He has shown the explosive first step and the technical proficiency that defensive coordinator Vic Fangio demands from his interior linemen. My sources inside the building say his work ethic has been nothing short of exemplary. But let me tell you something right now, because this gets me fired up. In this league, you do not get handed anything. You earn it. Tyquan Graham earned this contract by outworking everyone in the shadows. We are talking about a player who has the size and the leverage to be a disruptive force in the NFC East. When you look at the landscape of our defensive line, we need youth, we need hunger, and we need guys who are willing to put their face in the fan every single snap. That is what Graham brings to the table. He is a 6'4", 300-pound mountain of a man who understands that his window is now. Adam Schefter would tell you the contract details are a win for the Cap, but Stephen A. Smith is telling you that this is a message to the rest of the locker room. If you produce, you play. If you dominate, you stay. This move is the first domino in a defensive overhaul that is designed to bring the pressure back to the link. We saw the struggles late last year. We saw the lack of consistent push. Bringing Graham into the fold on a permanent basis is Howie Roseman saying that the status quo is over. We are rewarding the grinders. We are building from the inside out. But while we are fortifying the defensive front with hungry young talent, there is a massive looming shadow on the other side of the ball that cannot be ignored. The defense is getting its reinforcements, but the foundation of our entire offensive philosophy is reaching a critical breaking point. There is a legend in our locker room who is reaching the twilight of his career, and the front office is already making moves that will shock the fan base. Do you really think a practice squad promotion is the biggest story of the day? Think again, because the real earthquake is happening on the offensive line, where a legend is about to see his successor enter the building.
If you want to keep getting exclusive insights and the latest breaking news on our team like this, subscribe to the channel now. Do not miss a single update on this crucial offseason.
The intensity in the scouting department is reaching a fever pitch because the Philadelphia Eagles are officially on the clock for the future of the right tackle position. My sources are screaming this from the rooftops. The search for the successor to Lane Johnson is the #1 priority in the upcoming April draft. Let us talk facts. Lane Johnson is a first-ballot Hall of Famer. He is the gold standard. He is the best to ever do it at that position. But Father Time is undefeated, and the front office knows it. The conviction inside the building is growing by the hour that our first-round pick is going to be an offensive lineman. This is not just a suggestion, it is a strategic mandate. Howie Roseman is out here looking at the board and he sees the reality of the situation. You cannot replace a guy like Lane with a mid-round project. You need a blue-chip, day-one starter who can step into those massive shoes and protect the franchise. It makes me sick to think about an Eagles line with number 65, but we have to be real. The scouting reports are focusing on guys with elite athleticism and the mean streak necessary to survive in this division. We are talking about a total commitment to the trenches. This is the Philadelphia way. We build through the lines, we win through the lines. If you do not have a wall in front of Jalen Hurts, you do not have a chance. I am hearing that the scouts are spending an unprecedented amount of time on the top-tier tackle prospects. They are looking for that specific blend of power and agility that has made our offensive line the envy of the NFL for a decade. But let us get to the heart of the matter. This is not just about a draft pick. This is about the soul of the offense. When Lane is out, the win percentage drops, the pressure increases, the offense stutters. We cannot afford that anymore. We are in a championship window, and that window requires elite protection. If we have to use a premium asset to ensure that the right side of the line remains a fortress, then that is exactly what must happen. The fan base might want a flashy wide receiver or a ball hawk safety, but the real ones know that the game is won in the dirt. However, as we look toward the future of the line, a storm is brewing regarding the weapons that line is supposed to protect. While we are planning to draft a protector, the league is buzzing about the man he would be protecting for. The trade rumors surrounding our superstar playmaker are reaching a level of disrespect that is frankly insulting to the entire city of Philadelphia.
Jay Brown and the Philadelphia Eagles front office. Jay Brown, not serious? Are you kidding me? Not serious? Let me tell you what is not serious. Thinking you can trade for a top 3 wide receiver in the prime of his career for a bag of chips and a second-round pick, that is what is not serious. Howie Roseman has made it crystal clear the chances of a trade happening are astronomically low because he knows the value of a superstar. Jay Brown is the engine of this passing game. He is a physical marvel who bullies cornerbacks and turns short slants into house calls. You do not just trade a guy like that unless someone is willing to sell their entire future to get him. The reports say the price is high. Good, it should be. It should be so high that it makes your eyes water. We are talking about a player who changed the entire culture of this offense the moment he stepped off the plane from Tennessee. The audacity of these other franchises to think they can lowball a GM who understands value better than anyone in the league is laughable. Howie Roseman is not just playing checkers while they play chess. He is playing a completely different sport. He told the media the chances are low because he knows what he has. He has a gold mine. He has a weapon that keeps defensive coordinators up at night. Jay Brown, they better come with multiple first-rounders and then some. Anything less is an insult. This is the emotional core of our team. You see the connection he has with Jalen Hurts. You see the way he carries himself on the field. You do not break that up for a fair deal. You only move a piece like that if it is an absolute robbery in your favor. The league might think we are being difficult, but I call it being smart. I call it protecting the assets that make us a Super Bowl contender. This team is at a crossroads where we are balancing the development of the defense, the future of the offensive line, and the retention of our elite superstars. Every single one of these moves is connected. JJ has to score 50 points a game. It's all one giant high-stakes puzzle. Jay Brown, a sign of strength? Or is it a gamble that could leave us empty-handed if the locker room tension starts to boil over?
This is the reality of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2026. We are a franchise that refuses to settle for mediocrity. Jay Brown. It is a masterclass in roster management, but it is also a high-wire act that could fall apart with one wrong move. I want to hear from you. Is time to cash in? And who is your dream replacement for Lane in the first round? Drop a comment below. We are a family, we are a community, and we are the Eagles. See you in the next one.